Welcome, everyone. Let's get introduced to SPSS. You're going to be using this an awful lot. So hopefully you went up on the website and managed to pull down the data file called SPSS Introduction.data, double-clicked on it, and have opened the data file, excuse me, on your computer. So you should see a screen that looks like the one on the right. Um, because there's some options you want to set the very first time you run SPSS. And so in order to set those options, you want to click, let's see, Edit, and go to Options. And in the General tab, let me scroll down here. There's a couple things you want to do. You want to make sure you are set over here as Display Names and File. And then on the right, you want to make sure you click this Display this thingy when significance is less than 0.01 and no scientific notation in tables. Everyone hates that. It's the e to the negative stuff everyone can't stand. If you set those options, so again, display names, no scientific notation, I think of the two that you definitely got to do, go ahead and click OK. And if it tells you, gives you some message, don't worry about it. So today we are just going to do, I mean, the whole point of this assignment really is to make sure you've got SPSS installed and running. And so just have you set some options and do a really simple couple things because you'll have to do them weekly. So you are supposed to run an SPSS frequencies procedure. So to do so, select Analyze on the menu bar. And in the sub menu that appears, hit descriptives. And in the sub menu that appears under there, click frequencies. And you're now open in a little box that's called frequencies. Of the two boxes, you've got your variables on the left that are available in the file. You can also see them in the background there. And on the right is the box where you put variables you want to do stuff with. So what I ask you to do is click on H on the left, and then click the right pointed arrow to put it in the box. And that tells SPSS you want to run frequencies of the age variable. And frequencies tell you the number of times that each value of age occurs in the data file. Now I tell you to choose some options. So the buttons on the right side of the screen are where you can do that. So first of all, click Statistics, and you get this little frequency statistics box. This is where you should pick your stats, and I tell you to select the mean, median, and mode, the most common measures of central tendency, and click Continue. We're not getting too crazy. You're back at the frequency window. So tell you to figure out if you can figure out how to get a histogram, which is a chart with a normal curve. You might have guessed you click Charts, you click Histogram, and you click Show Normal Curve, and Continue. And again, you're back. So that's all you had to do. So you're welcome to explore other options, but for now, just click OK, and it runs a frequency. And note that it opens a new window. So there's two SPSS windows. There's the data window that's in the background there, kind of looks like Excel, and then the one that I'm floating around, which is called the output window, output. And this is where the output of things you run goes. So let's see, we want to export our SPSS output in Word, RTF, or PDF format. So this screen we want to export. But before that, you got to remember each week to put your name on your output, so it's affiliated with you. To do so, you can click on any of these things that have a little red arrow on them. So if you click on it, and then wait a sec, click again, maybe you double click, can't remember, there we go. Finally, you get a little cursor saying that you can edit it, and you can put your name. So I will go ahead and put Princess Buttercup. That's my name, but you should put your name. And then when you click out of it, click in the blank space, click in the blank space again, and now it's totally deselected. So you don't want it partially selected like that. You want it totally deselected. So then to export this output that we have here, what we want to do is go to File and Export. And in the export window, under the type of dropdown, select Word or RTF or PDF, whatever you pick. I prefer a Word document, so I'll keep it with Word. Any of those is acceptable in the class. Then you got to pick the browse button and find a place to put that. So for me, I will just go ahead and put it on my desktop for now. And you want to give it a good name. So you get more and more of these over time, so you want to start naming them in an informative way now. So I will just call this one, the name of the assignment, SPSS Introduction. Damn, can't type today. Output. And when I click the save button, it's going to do a Word doc. It's going to save it there. It's going to call it SPSS intro spelled wrong, introduction. There we go. Output. Doing great today. Did you work? Yeah, hopefully it worked. Yeah, it worked. All right, so now we are back at the export window, and we simply click OK to export the output. You'll see this little thing where it's like, I'm making a file for you. And what you want to do is make sure that the output actually does exist. So let's go to my desktop, and up here, SPSS Introduction Output. If I open it, it should be an exported version of the output. Sometimes it does add this extra stuff here, these notes. That's okay, but there is our frequency distribution, and there is our histogram saved as a pic. So yes, it did indeed export the output. So that's good news. All right, now what exciting things are we going to do? So we want to save the SPSS output in its native format. So this format right here, this window, like it's in SPSS native format, meaning if I reopen it, I can edit it again, or you can add stuff, delete stuff, etc. So it's a good idea to save your SPSS output in the native SPSS format too. To do that, it's pretty darn easy. Just go to File, Save As, and SPV is the native viewer format output. And I will just call this, again, go to my desktop, and I will call it SPSS Introduction, spelled it right finally, output. All right, and let's see if I picked anything up. That's it. Hit the save button. It's now saved in native SPSS format as well as export as a Word doc. So we want to save the data file as well. So if I go down here, sorry, if I minimize the output screen, that's what I did right there. This is our data file. I can go and save file, save as, and I can save this to my desktop as well. I can keep the name as is, or I can just call it SPSS Introduction Data to my same desktop, hit save. I've now saved the data file as well. Final step is just to exit, and you can exit from the data screen or the output screen. Doesn't really matter. A couple ways to do it. You can go to File, and you can go to, wow, where is export? Exit. Oh, it's way at the bottom. I just click the X. You get this little thing that says, you're closing the last window. You sure you want to do this? As long as you saved all your output and your data, you can click yes. It asks you, do you want to save your output? We already saved that. So what happened is when I saved the data file, it added one little tiny row down here, save. That's why it's asking if I want to save it again. Go ahead and save it. Now when I close, we should just, do you want to proceed? Yes, good to go. And that, you need to put your name on the front of this handout. Every week do that, put your name on here, save it, and upload this handout and your exported output, and you should be good to go. So that is this and this handout. Upload that, and that is the whole assignment for this week. So hopefully you got it.